And now there came a lull in his look, as he silently turned over the leaves of the book once more, and at last standing, motionless, with closed eyes, for the moment, seemed communing with God and himself. But again he leaned over towards the people, and bowing his head lowly, with an aspect of the deepest yet manless humility, he spake these words: "Shipmates, God has laid but one hand upon you. Both his hands press upon me. I have read ye, by what murky light may be mine, the last lesson that Jonah teaches to all sinners. And therefore to ye, and still more to me, for I am greater sinner than ye, and how gladly would I come down from this masthead, and sit on the hatches, there where you sit, and listen as you listen, while some one of you reads me that other and more awful lesson, which Jonah teaches to me, as a pilot of the living God. How being an anointed pilot, prophet, or speaker of true things, and bidden by the Lord to sound those unwelcome truths in the ears of the wicked Nineveh, Jonah, appalled by the hostility he should raise, fled from his mission, and sought to escape his duty and his God by taking ship at Joppa. But God is everywhere. Tarshish he never reached. As we have seen, God came to him in the whale, and swallowed him down to living gulfs of doom. With swift slantings tore him up along into the midst upon in the whale of the seas, where the eddying depths sucked him 10,000 fathoms down, and the weeds were wrapped around his head. And all the watery world of woe bowled over him, yet even then beyond the reach of any plummet, out of the belly of the hell. When the whale grounded upon the ocean's utmost bones, even then God heard the engulfed repenting prophet when he cried, "Then God spake unto the fish, and from the shuddering cold blackness of the sea the whale came reaching up towards the warm and pleasant sun, and the delights of air and earth, and vomited out Jonah from the dry land upon the dry land. And when the word of the Lord came a second time, and Jonah bruised and beaten his ears like 2 ship shells, still multitudinously murmuring of the ocean, Jonah did the Almighty's bidding. And what was that, shipmates? To preach the truth to the face of falsehood. That's it. This, shipmates, is the other lesson. And woe to that pilot of the living God who slights it. Woe to him who this world charms from gospel duty. Woe to him who seeks to pour oil upon the waters when God has brewed them into a gale. Woe to him who seeks to please rather than to appeal. Woe to him whose good name is more to him than goodness. And woe to him in this world courts not dishonor. Woe to him who would not be true, even though to be false were salvation. Yea, woe to him who, as the great pilot Paul has it, while preaching to others, is himself a castaway. He dropped and fell away from himself for a moment, then lifting his face to them again, showed a deep joy in his eyes as he cried out with a heavenly enthusiasm, "But, oh, shipmates, on the starboard hand of every woe there is a sure delight, and higher the top of that delight than the bottom of the woe is deep. It's not the main truck higher than the kelson is low. Delight is to him a far, far upward and inward delight, who against the proud gods and commodores of this earth ever stands forth in his own inexorable self. Delight is to him whose strong arms yet support him, while the ship of the base, treacherous world has gone down." Delight is to him who gives no quarter in the truth, and kills, burns, and destroys all sin, though he pluck it out from under the robes of senators and judges. Delight, top-gallant delight, is to him who acknowledges no law or lord, but the Lord is his God, and is only a patriot to heaven. Delight is to him whom all the waves of the billows of the sea, the boisterous mob, can never shake from this sure keel of the ages. And eternal delight and deliciousness will be his, who, coming to lay him down, can say with his final breath, O Father, chiefly known to me by thy rod, mortal or immortal, here I die. I have striven to be thine, more than to be this world's or mine own. Yet this is nothing. I leave eternity to thee. For what is man that he should live out the lifetime of his God? He said no more, but slowly waving a benediction, covered his face with his hands, and so remained kneeling till all the people had departed, and he was left alone in the place.